Hey everyone, it's Alison Sullivan with Stamp Crazy with Alison. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in New Westminster, British Columbia in Canada on the West Coast. Thank you for joining me for my regular weekly 3 p.m. on Wednesday Pacific time live. Now I had to go in and out. I'm back on YouTube, it looks like. I was having problems getting it to stream over on my page, and it looks like it's something to do with, I'm going to say, dare I say, Meta is acting up, I think. Oh, no, there I am. Oh, good. I'm at least over there. Okay. It looks like that little blip has been okay, although I'm not able to get it on my iPad. This is just a really weird thing. So hopefully I have sound. I'm going to have to wait for someone to come to tell me if I have sound. Fingers crossed. Hi, Sally. How are you? Sorry about that little blip. We had a blip. It was not broadcasting to my page. It was broadcasting only to my group. Hi. So Sally, Diane, can you guys hear me? Because I can't get it to come up on my iPad, which is where I check to make sure that I actually have sound. So I'm going to count on you guys to say, yes, you have sound, Allison, or no, you do not. And we can get started. What a weird, weird day. My goodness, I don't know what was going on there. You guys hear me? You can hear me. Oh, awesome. Okay, then I'm not even going to check. Okay, thanks for coming back. Hi, April. Oh, how nice to see you. It's your birthday next month, I think, isn't it, April? I think so. I think I saw you on my list. For those of you who don't know, I offer, hi, Mern, I offer a birthday discount in the month that it's your birthday. You just have to register your birthday with me. So, oh, good. Everybody can hear me. I'm broadcasting where I should be. Yay. Okay. I am not sure what happened over there. That was so weird. Okay, so let's get started because we're a little bit behind schedule now, aren't we? Full moon. Yeah, that could be it, Sally. I did hear some people were having trouble broadcasting live yesterday to Facebook. So October 9th. Wow. Happy birthday to you, April, coming up. Don't forget your discount. Okay, so should we go over here and see what we're going to work with? Let's do that. Okay, we're going to be using a suite of products. Have you guys ever seen that show, Chopped? I think it's Chopped. Is that the name of it? So everybody gets a basket. It has things in the basket, food items, really weird stuff that don't go together. Like, I don't know, candy floss with, filet mignon or something. And they have to create something with just the stuff in the basket. So this is what I was faced with today, or this week. Not quite as hard as Chopped, but it was a product suite. Here it is, Les Choppes. I think that's how you say it. I'm not French, so I'm not sure. It's on page 30 and 31 of the annual catalog. And I, as you may know, belong to a group of demonstrators from around the world globally. And each month we select a suite of products that we use in a card or 3D project, whatever. And then we put them all together and we create a PDF. And we have videos for each card or project, and they're collated, and we send them to our customers as thank yous for placing orders. Well, next month, it's this suite, okay? And I didn't, I'm a new member, so I joined, and this is what we had to use. And I really dreaded this month coming up, I got to tell you, because I thought, what am I going to make with this? I don't know. I would never buy this. I don't know what to do with it. One of those. So I thought, okay, just sit down, get the stamps, get the dies, get the designer series paper, pull up these colors and see what you can make. Okay, so let me show you the products. We've got that stamp set. It's an adorable suite. I just couldn't figure out what I was going to do with it. But I started to look at it and I thought, okay, well, this is like a store. This reminds me kind of the old buildings in Vancouver, Toronto that have now been dwarfed by skyscrapers. But don't they look like that old-fashioned kind of building? Or you could use it like build stories up, or you could just use the one little shop here. So you can build a bakery, cute, or a bookstore, or maybe a little cafe. I love the little sandwich board. And I thought, okay, this is really cute. Let's see what we can do with it. And we've got the dies. Now I've taken a lot of the dies out. I'll be showing you those in a minute. And then it's got this designer series paper, which is actually really cute. Look at the little shops. Now, these are so easy to cut out. I mean, they are straightforward cutout. These are not hard. Okay, so look at all the different shops that you got. Bakeries and sorts of things. Let's see here. What's this one? Books. Oh, an artist shop, a dress shop. Here we go. Here's some more. Bookshop. This looks like a little florist. Love that. Looks sort of Parisian, doesn't it? Then we've got books and paints, sort of hobbies. And then we've got bread and ice cream. So you've got a lot of choice here. And then the other side, we've got really neat patterns and nice colors, quite muted colors. Okay. So that was my challenge. So let's start, and I'll show you what I came up with. Okay. Hi, Ellie. How are you? I said hi to everybody. Hi, Mo. We had a little glitch. I started, and then I had to leave and start all over again because I wasn't broadcasting to my Stamp Crazy with Alison page, but now I am, so we're good. Okay, so we're going to start with gray granite. Look at all these little bits I've got in here. So we've got our standard card. This is the 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Okay, set that aside for a sec. And then I've got some basic white here. I always cut the corner off so I know that that's my scrap piece. And then I've got some basic black. I'll show you all the little bits I've got. This is kind of a fiddly in terms of you have to use a lot of stuff, but it's not hard to make, and it's kind of cute when you start layering them all together. So let me just make all these pieces a bit smaller. So I got a couple pieces of basic black. What else have I got? I've got, this is Granny Apple. And then I've got Lemon Lime Twist. I've got some more of the gray granite. I've got a pecan pie. Oh, I'm not actually going to use that one. I got a little carried away. I was making a lot of things, and I thought, I don't need all that. Okay. So then I've also, these are what I'm going to use for my die cuts or my stamping. Then I've also got a piece of basic white. This is cut 3 3/4 by 5. And then we've got let's see here, we've got a 1/8 of an inch bigger edge. Okay. So let me see. We've got a 5. So 5 1/8 by 3 7/8, I think would make that. So I just wanted a little bit of definition between the white and the gray granite. I also grabbed a piece of the DSP. I cut it 1 1/2, and this is the 3 3/4 because I thought, what do you guys think that looks like? If you had to guess, what would you say that looked like? And then I'll tell you what I think it looks like. I think it looks like a cobblestone. So that's what we're going to use it for. I'm going to go ahead and glue this down and start creating our little street landscape. I don't know how those people on Chopped do it when they're given their little basket and have to make something. Although I did find using this suite a bit like Chopped. And I thought, when I finished it, I started to really, really have fun with this suite, this bundle. And I didn't think I would. I think sometimes we resist things when we should just get on with it. And then we go, oh gosh, that's actually really cute. So that's what I've got so far. And I can go ahead and glue this down. That way, if you know me, as you guys do, I won't lose my bits when it comes time to assemble my card. Okay, so that's what we've got so far. We've got our street. Okay, now let's grab some of our bits here. I'm going to actually use some of the adhesive sheets. Diane, I know you've got these on your order. These are fantastic. We're going to glue down some cardstock. And I want to just make sure you get so much of this, you don't really have to worry about wasting it because you get so much, but why waste it, right? So I need about that much of my granny apple, and that will give me enough to stick down my, okay. So what we're going to do is grab, I don't know why it's so dark. I can't really see where my edges are here. So you're just going to peel back one side of the adhesive. So what this is glue. It's a little sheet that's got a very, very, very fine amount of glue on it. So just put that one down. These are all my little leftover bits. And then I can stick this one down. Okay. And then I don't need the rest of this. So I'm going to just cut it off. But I do need a little gray one. So let me sort of stick this to the back of this. It won't be quite long enough, but it'll work. It'll do the trick. And if you've never worked with this adhesive, it's awesome because it allows you to cut very fine, detailed dies and not have to worry about sticking glue on it. So I've still got these edges here that are gluey. So I'm going to just take my embossing buddy and I'm just going to go over it. And that's going to, is there a word such as deglue? It's going to deglue it. Okay. So that's great. So now I'm going to run, when I run that through the embossing machine, I'm going to be able to then pull my bits out. Okay. So I've got a few dies I'm going to use. This one here is greenery. So I want that. And then here, I'm going to create a dome or not a dome. What do you call that, you guys? A awning. I'm creating an awning. So I want an awning in that lime, and I want an awning in the gray. And then that bit that I had left over, I'm going to cut out a lamp post. So let's just cut that a little bit smaller so I know where to place it. And all of these pieces that I've got with the adhesive back are going to brilliantly just pop out and be so easy to deal with. Okay. All right. So we're not going to do those yet. I'm going to set those aside for a sec and we'll run those through in a minute. Let's do some stamping. Okay. So the first thing I want to do is create a little scene. So I've got my I'm going to use my storefront and then one story. I'm also going to use the lights and the little sandwich board. And I'm going to use the set of chairs with the menu on the table. So on my sheet here, let's grab all our bits. I'm going to use basic gray for my stamping. So I've got my storefront, and then I've got another story. Okay. And then I've got a sandwich board. And I think that's, oh, I'm going to put my lights, my little string of lights in the window here at the top. Looks quite old-fashioned, doesn't it? Yeah. And then in our storefront, we're going to stamp our little table. I think that's all I need to do right now. Okay. Then I thought we'd color this in with Stampin' Blends. So let me grab those. Now you can color these any color you want. I just pulled a bunch of colors here. Let me bring them in. Here they are. I love these because it looks like, I don't know, it looks like popsicles or something, doesn't it? So I just want to make sure. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, guys. Just concentrating. Okay. So let's move these up so you can see what I've got. I just grabbed a bunch, you guys. I grabbed some of the greens. We've got, I think this is parakeet. We've got granny apple. I've even got soft sea foam. I've got calypso, some smoky slate and crumb cake. And I've got a daffodil and pool party. And I even pulled some light Highland heather. I don't know if I'm going to use them all. We shall see. Okay. All right. So I think what I'm going to do is keep it very muted. I don't want to do a whole bunch of coloring. I mean, you could, but I thought I'm just going to keep it as simple as possible. So I'm just taking my pool party and I'm coloring in the window because I think windows would be blue, or at least I think it works for the panes of glass. Okay, so I got that. And then I'm going to also color in the glass on the door. I'm just using the light. I'm not trying to be fancy and do any kind of shading. You can if you want, but I didn't want to. So I'm just going to, what you love about the Stampin' Blends, of course, you all love, is because they're alcohol based. You won't see there won't be any streaks. It'll all blend together as it dries. So you don't have it, if you were coloring with a marker, a big spot like this, you might have some spots that would show kind of a blotchy look, and that won't happen with your blends. They'll all blend in. Okay, so that's pretty simple and straightforward, just some glass there. Now for my door, I wanted a nice colored door, so let's do light granny apple. I wanted to keep the colors quite light and pretty. I'm going to use my other end. I think this is a bit thick. I think I need to use my bullet end. I think maybe on my original I might have used a lighter color green, but that's okay. Now imagine my door would have a letter slot, and I'm going to think it's metal. So I'm going to make it smoky slate. And then I'm going to make my stoop here. I'm going to use the lighter one, and then I'm going to go in with the darker one. Okay. So far, so good. I like that. I guess I better color in my little sign here saying, come in, we're open. Okay. So that's what we've got so far. Then I think I'm going to color my lights. So I'm going to use light calypso and dark calypso. So I've got light calypso. I'm going to color in my little menu too with calypso. Calypso's not a color I use very often. I don't know about you guys, but it's not something that I reach for very often. I like the paper. I use the paper quite a bit, but not so much my blends, and I think we forget about them. So I think that looks good. I think it kind of resembles brass. Just saying, hi Sharon. Oh my gosh, all the way from Australia. My eyesight's so bad. Mosaic. Yeah, it does look like mosaic, like a mosaic floor, right? Love your shirt you're wearing today. Thanks, April. My leopard print. Is it leopard or cheetah? Yeah. It's because it's cold here now, which My friend Sharon from Perth, Australia, who's watching, is thinking, please let me come to Canada because it is too hot in Australia. It's beautiful here today. Sunny and but not warm, not overly warm. Warm enough, but I'm out of my t-shirts and into my long sleeves, Sharon. Okay, so I'm just coloring everything in. And this is the light calypso again. I'm not going to worry about the sandwich board because I'm going to show you something we're going to do a little bit different. And then let me grab the dark daffodil and I'm going to add it to the tops of my buildings. Really wanted to make this a fun, fresh color, not all doom and gloomy gray. So we've got our daffodil, which are the sort of the gutters, I guess, or whatever you call that. Somebody will know. I never know the names of anything. I'm really bad at it, but you guys usually know the names and usually help me out. Okay, so now I've got my window. I think I'll do my window. I'm going to do the window in green. I originally did not do the window in green, but I'm going to tie it in with the door. Okay, so what I do is I'm going to go around. Okay, and then I turn my paper because I find I have more control if I am going in the direction left to right. If I tried to just color it, I tend to go out of the lines. Okay, so that's what we've got so far. So now we have to color in our table and chairs. And I think, let's see here, tables and chairs. You know what? I'm going to use a color I haven't used yet. I'm going to use the light Highland Heather. That's going to be my chair. At least the backs and seat of my chair. There we go. There we go. Love that. Oh yeah, I do like that. And then let's do just, a gray. So the light smoky slate for the edge of the chair and the legs. So kind of metal. I mean, if you love coloring and you want to color in the building, go for it. I just wanted to keep it pretty simple. I think what I'm going to do I need a table color. How about let's go with soft sea foam. Yeah, soft sea foam on the top. And then again, we would have the table leg. Might be steel. Okay, so I think that's all the coloring we're going to do. Okay, you guys see that? Now the fun part. We're going to cut all these out because, oh my gosh, we actually have the dies. Ta-da. Let me cut this in half because we want to be able to get our dies on there and get as many cut at the same time. So just line that up. Don't you love it when your dies work? Oh, I love it. Just cut all our little bits here. We got a little sandwich board. I must say, I did challenge myself because I had to use this set for our October free PDF. And I think my card turned out really well. It's very different. Can't show it, sadly. The only way you can see it is if you make a purchase and I send you the PDF for free, or you can purchase it for $19.50 Canadian, and I can sell that to anybody. And it's got imperial and metric measurements. Okay, so those are all our bits. Got that. So shall we start all this die cutting? I think so. Whatever everybody's saying. Anybody saying anything? Let's see. Nope, you're all watching. Okay, let's grab our mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss. And you guys know that I always put my number 3 on the bottom and then my number 2. And then we've got the first little bits that we're going to do. Here we go. And put that in. I love the little cracking. Tells me everything is going through. Okay. Just want to make sure I don't lose any of my dies. I always say this, don't I? You guys don't do that. You don't lose your dies. Not like me. I spend more time searching for things, I swear. We got this one. Pop that out. Okay, and then remember when we first started, I had a bunch of things I was going to cut. So let's do those. So we have got the awning. Awning number 1 and awning number 2 and our greenery. Remember, these ones are the ones that have the adhesive sheets on the back. And then we've got our lamp post. Okay. I'm going to carefully put the top on there and away it goes. Okay. I'm just setting all of this aside, and the fun part is putting it all together. It's sort of like a cake, right? You mix all the ingredients, put it all together, and then you start decorating it. I always feel like, gosh, that's 2 baking shows, the Great Canadian Baking Show and now and Chopped. But it's like a mess, and then all of a sudden I start putting it together and it looks so fabulous. Okay, so a couple things I want to do. I've got a little scrap piece of basic black and another scrap. And I want to emboss these. So I'm going to use my embossing buddy, right, to get all those oils and all the stuff from our fingers off of there. And I'm going to be using the saying, let's get together. And I'm also going to do another sandwich board. So we did the one where we colored it in, but now we're going to do another one. So let's stamp, let's get together. And my little sandwich board, here it is. Okay. And I need a piece of paper. Here we are. Oop, stuck on my finger. There we go. Let's dump that white embossing powder on top. There we go. Yep, that's good. And then, oop, that's good. Make sure I get that. Yep, I like that, but I'm going to just grab my little brush here and just, no, I don't like it. You know what? If you don't like something, turn it over, start again. Because I'd hate to do a whole card and then have the words not work right. And not for the seconds it would take to redo it. Sometimes I find when I have a stamp that's, skinny, I press too hard. And so I have to remind myself, don't press so hard, don't press so hard. There we go. Okay. I'll put all that back in and put the lid on so we don't end up with a sad mess. And then we also got our fabulous tweezers that are part of our embossing kit. And we can go ahead and emboss that. Things are awfully quiet. Oh, love the Great Canadian Baking Show. Yeah. Me too, April. They're so talented, aren't they? Always sad to see someone go, though, because they might just have a bad day. Okay, and then our little sandwich board. Almost there. I knew this card would take a little longer because it has quite a few steps. But it'll be worth it when you see when I finish. It's going to be so cute. Well, plus we got started a little late with all the Facebook mess. Just glad I was able to get it working. Oh, actually, I don't even have to use the cutter to cut that one out. But for my Let's Get Together, I grabbed my favorite, probably yours too, the Stylish Shapes Dies. Are those your favorites? And I grabbed one of the labels. And we're just going to cut that out. Okay. Almost there, you guys. Almost ready to put our cake together. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Gosh, let's bring all these little bits in. We've got our original card front. There we go. Now we're going to build it. Now I've got some dimensionals here because I want to pop up some things. I don't want to pop up my lamppost. So we can go ahead and remember it's got some glue on it already from the adhesive sheet. So what I have to do is pull off the back and poke this out so I'm not gluing my die to the front. That would be funny. Let's just line that up. Straight little lamppost. You know, I didn't do this on my original card, and I'm going to take a risk here. It's a bit risky. I'm going to take the daffodil, and I'm going to color in here. So we've got the light on. The light is on. I didn't do that with the original, but I like that. Okay, next up, we've got our storefront. Let's pop this up. I think this would be an awesome set for gift cards, right? Because you don't have to make it a bakery or whatever. Make whatever you want and then stick a gift card in there for a store or a Visa card. That would be good. Okay, and then we've got our top. Now, I was going to pop this up, but I decided not to, and it actually looks really cool. I'll show you what I did. I'm just going to glue this directly down. And I'm just going to hide this. Actually, I'm not going to hide it. I'm going to move it up just so it's a little bit higher because remember we cut that greenery out? Okay, remember that? We've got our greenery and it's got the glue on the back too. Here it is. Okay, so let's pull that out. You don't have to use the adhesive sheets. You could just use the glue, which is what I did originally, but it's a lot faster to use the, oops, something here. You don't get it all, hopefully you don't get it all over your hands either. It's kind of nice. And it covers the entire piece. So you don't run the risk of it, not gluing entirely. Oop. So let's put our greenery here. I think I'd like it to hang off a little bit. There we go. So reminds me of an old-fashioned store, right? Or building, I guess. We've got the greenery on it. Okay, you guys are so quiet. Is anybody? Oh, here we are. We've got somebody. Thanks for embossing. I have trouble sometimes. The more I watch, I understand. Oh, Mern, I'm sorry. I could have shown you like in real detail. Wink on the mail slot to give it a little shine. You betcha, Diane. Diane is my Wink of Stella girl. And I try and remember to use Wink of Stella as much as possible. We will add that good idea. So Diane's suggesting we use that Wink of Stella on our little mail slot, and that'll make it shiny and will look like metal. I think that might work. So we're going to do this one over here. There we go. We got some greenery. Let's grab it before we forget, Diane. Okay, so we're going to put our Wink of Stella. What a great idea. And why don't we put it on the light? I think that would work too, right? It's very hard to see Wink of Stella on a camera. So you won't maybe be able to see it, but trust us, it's sparkly. Okay. All right. Next, what else have we got? We got an awning. Let's put the awning on. I'm going to cut this one in half. It's a little bit too big. Now, are any of you thinking, okay, I'm seeing the vision here. I'm seeing the stamp set. I'm seeing this bundle. This is not as bad as I thought. I hope so, because I really am actually liking it now. Okay, there's our little awning. And then we need another piece of our awning. It's a two-part awning. Okay. Okay. I have another card made with this, and I meant to pull it out, and I forgot. But if I can find it quickly in my samples, I will show it to you. There's lots of possibilities. How about a diorama with this? Or certainly a Z-fold card would be good. We're just going to put that on. So, can you guys see this coming together? Look at this little shop. Isn't it sweet? Okay, and then our sandwich board. Let's pop it up. Let's put it over here, kind of coming into my store. And most sandwich boards or most boards that are outside are chalkboards, aren't they? So let's cut out our little embossed piece that'll look like a chalkboard. Could have been in gray too. I'm going to cut my fingers off. My goodness. Then we're going to put some glue on here. I put a little bit too much, so that's okay. I can take it off. And oops, special of the day. There we go. Okay. And then I'm going to put the words, let's get together. And wouldn't it be cute if you included a little gift card and come on, let's go have a coffee together or some tea. Okay, there we go. What do you guys think? It's so cute. It really is cute. And I got to tell you, I really struggled with this set, but I was forced to do it. I had to do it for my obligation to the PDF group. And here we go. Here's the original one I did. You can see I used a bit different colors because I was just playing, but I actually like this color combo way better. Okay, and I like that I put the light in there. That was kind of the last minute. So let's do that. And for Diane, I got to do my Wink of Stella. There we go. Okay, what do we think? Thanks, Marilyn. Oh, you popped on there. Oh, thanks, Mo. It is adorable, isn't it? Like, oh my gosh, it's one of those things you think, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? But it's so cute. And it's also got, I'm looking for that other card, you guys. So, you know, I haven't lost my mind. I'm looking for it. It's also got the ice cream cones in the paper. Let me show you. Here we go. Look at that. And bread. So you could totally use that on a summary card, right? Oh, Oh, she's looking. I'm looking, you guys. If I can't find it, I'll bring it out for next time. But it's a really cute card. And I got a little behind time today. And it's probably not in here. I will have to find it for next time. But that's okay. Something to come back and watch, right? Okay, I'll find it for next time. Okay, so let's come over here. Here we go. And see what you guys have got. Oh, thanks, April. Thanks, you guys. It is really cute. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but you know, in the catalog, the mini catalog, one of my favorite sweets. Well, the first one I bought was this one, which is the Bold, Merry Bold and Bright. And I don't know if you guys saw this, but you can purchase matching mugs. Matches the paper. So this one says fa la 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 la. And then there's a little star with a sunburst. And so, oops, there. Okay. Oh, yeah, I'm up here. And then this one has the string of lights. And then inside it says our motto, which is inspire, create. What else does it say, you guys? I'm so bad. Inspire. What is Stampin' Up's little tagline, you guys? Create, inspire, share, something like that. Inspire, create, and share. That's what it says inside. I can't show you because I've got my tea in there. Super cute, and you can buy them as a customer also. They're in my online store, Stamp Crazy with Alison. Okay, so any other questions for today? We were a bit long because we didn't get started till late. You guys aren't saying much. I think you're okay. Anybody got anything to say? Well, thanks for coming, Sally and Diane and April. I always feel like Ron Peru. Mern and Ellie and Mo and Sharon, all the way from Australia. April, Diane. I think I got everybody. Okay, so I will see you guys again. Normally I'll see you on Sunday at, I still see you. I usually see you on Sunday at 10 a.m. I have an all-day event, online event on Sunday. Usually we don't do them on Sundays. And I don't know if I'm on at 10 or if I'm waiting and I'm on at 11. So just watch. I'll post what time I'll be on, okay? So I may be on a little early that day, but you'll see. Okay, I think we're good. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me today. Really appreciate it. And I hope you'll sometimes look at things in the catalog and give them a try. I do love my little street scene. I think it's really cute. And I'm probably going to make 20 other cards with it, right? Like once you get started. Okay. Have a great rest of the week. And I hope to see you on Sunday. Bye for now. Happy